All right, so welcome to Mindset Monday. I am so excited you guys are on tonight. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to this. I got a lot of messages today in my on Mindset page that said that they were going to get on the recording because they had to work, but they're really hoping that I will record and upload, and I will record and upload. I'll get it uploaded tonight. So TikTok's like one of the newer things we can sell Scentsy on next month as of next month, and Emalee is when I think of TikTok people like influencers or just people who I love to watch their content, it is 100% Emalee. She keeps things interesting and she's going to kind of share about that because if you are wanting to go that route, then you have to be a little creative. It can't just be Scentsy. And she's also going to talk about that. She's the expert, not me. But I do want to add that TikTok isn't for everyone, and that's okay. TikTok to me is like a fundraiser, an event, TikTok, that kind of stuff. I don't do big events. It's never been my thing, right? I love home parties. I love bag parties. So TikTok may or may not be your thing. Don't feel like you have to make it your thing to sell on TikTok shop next month. Don't make yourself feel like that if you have no desire to, if it doesn't bring you joy. But listen tonight because your goal should be then to find a few TikTok influencers to get underneath you, right? It might not be your thing, and that's fine, but at least be knowledgeable so that way, when you have a mom who has a daughter that has 5,000, followers on TikTok or whatnot, and you think she'd be a great recruit. So you could approach her and say, now we're on TikTok shop and just kind of share what you've learned tonight. So I think this will be a good just resource video to have on kind of how it works a little bit. But I'm so glad you guys joined us for Mindset Monday. Emalee is such a joy. You guys all know her from this. She can tell us a little bit about herself, but she is phenomenal. So you guys are in for a treat. So Emalee, you take over. Tell us a little bit about yourself real quick before you share TikTok.
Yeah. Um, if you have me on my personal Facebook, you know that I am in the middle of a move. We have a family of five in an apartment right now. We did just sign a contract, side note though. So we closed September 22nd. So mind you, we are still running a business through all this and we are still getting those stars. So don't count yourself short. When you say your life is busy, I promise you somebody else is busier. And TikTok is an animal, and but I've been doing Scentsy for 5 years. And I hit my director title, went back down this last year, but that's okay. We're gonna get it back. And a lot of people know me for my mock party. So if you're not in it, get the link. And a fall template is coming, guys. I'm sorry, life's been crazy, but anywho's, I now live in Greenville, North Carolina, and yeah, I love Scentsy, right? That's why we're here. Let's get into it. So TikTok, I kind of started it. I had a Scentsy sister that we kind of grabbed hands together and we did TikToks. We started last year in April, and just trying to get the hang of it. She would listen to trainings. Whenever we would find information out about TikTok on how it works in the algorithm, we would tell each other. First off, I kind of want to say that, like, grab a buddy that maybe you can do this with, because you might go on TikTok and get on a live about somebody teaching you about tips about TikTok, and your friend might not see that and you might learn something. So it just do this together with somebody to kind of go for it. But it is an animal, and it can take some time to get a following. So I don't want you guys to think I don't want you to leave here and be like, oh my gosh, Emily made this sound impossible. It's not impossible. I just don't want to be lying to you guys and say it's not work, because it is. Um, to get a following. So I kind of what I started my content as. And I know this is one of the thing of like how to build a following. Everyone's like, how do I build my 1,000? I need to get to 1,000. Be you. And I know I say that so often, guys, but like, be you, because I started my TikTok on funny mom content. That's all I did. I did funny things that would make people laugh, that and I'd be mouthing the words with other people and the music, and that's kind of where I just kind of started it. And then I started getting my son making coffee with me in the morning. People love that. Don't know why, they just do. They love it. get my daughter doing silly dances with me. People loved it. And back when I started TikTok a year ago, to get into TikTok Shop, you had to have 5,000 followers. So you guys only have to get to 1,000 to get into the TikTok Shop. I had to work to a 5,000 goal. So you guys can do this. You totally can, but just be you. Don't be all Scentsy. And I know Jacqueline talked about that a little bit too, of like, you want to sprinkle some of you. It's just like your Scentsy business. Treat TikTok just like your Scentsy business. When you're on Facebook, remember, we always say like, show more of your actual personal life than you do Scentsy. Same thing with TikTok, except with TikTok, what's really cool is you can go live on there, and we're gonna be able to start to be able to sell that stuff. So that even makes it more, right? And that's how you get exposure. And this is what I kind of want to say about TikTok with doing your Scentsy content with it. I do my Scentsy cool, funny content to get people's interest and get the brand out there, and just to show people that we are Scentsy. This is fun and it smells really freaking good. It's not really necessary to try and get a sale out of it. It's just to get that brand awareness, because then people start seeing it more on TikTok and be curious about it. So, do I get a whole bunch of sales from TikTok? No, but if I go live on TikTok and I do a live TikTok of selling Scentsy, I have gotten quite a few sales from that. So if you enjoy Facebook Live, TikTok Live might be something you're interested in, especially once we get the TikTok shop with it. So that's a little bit on that. I don't know if anybody has questions. I don't want to like go to the next part. If anybody has questions about following or any of that, please like shoot it out or just unmute. I'm cool with that too.
Hey, what do you know about consistency? Like I've heard if you're going to post every day,
Mhm.
post every day. If you're going to post every three
Mhm.
days, every 3 days. If you're going to post 3 times a day, like, is that really, should we be
Yes,
consistent
that
rather
is a
than,
true thing. Yes, when I started my TikTok, I posted 10 times a day.
oh,
And that's why I say like I'll be really honest with you guys. When I wanted to make a TikTok following so I could go live to sell Scentsy. That was my main goal with TikTok. And so I made it a full-time business. And because of that, my PRV suffered for 2 months. But it's okay. I grew my TikTok following, which was my goal, right? But yes, the goal is, if you really want to like get into the algorithm and all of that, they say 7 to 10 videos a day is a goal. But after you create that following, like for me, I have 12,000 followers just about now. And I post like 3 times a day, maybe 2 times a day. But that's because I have like a following, like I don't have to constantly keep up with it as much as I did when I tried to boost it to get the following. Does that make sense?
that's a lot of
Yeah.
posting.
It's a lot of posting, and it's a lot of batch recording. And so like what I would do is like when my kids were down for a nap, I would go ahead and like batch record a whole bunch of videos. And at the time, I also was into TikTok Shop doing a bunch of sample videos. And that's a whole other realm if you get into TikTok Shop, because those have to be done by a certain time. So it kind of forces you to like make multiple videos, and that's TikTok's plan. But yeah, that is a true thing. It is a consistency thing, just like Facebook. The more you post on Facebook, the more people see your stuff. Same thing with TikTok.
Okay. Emily, someone said, can we do both Scentsy Shop and TikTok Shop? I'm not for sure if I understand that question.
Yeah, so TikTok Shop, I'm not sure what the rules are going to be with Scentsy. I'll be curious when they kind of come out with it on what it is, because I have heard mixed things. People are like, oh, well, if you're a Scentsy person, then you can't sell TikTok Shop. And then I've heard otherwise, you can do both. So yeah, I don't know the actual rules of that until Scentsy kind of says something.
And there's also going to be, so like I have two people right now that want to join Scentsy to just do TikTok Shop. And I was told we'd get to do TikTok Shop. And so there will be people on TikTok that can be more of an affiliate where they make a lot less percentage and they're not joined under like me or Emily, but it's a lot
Right.
more percentage. So they're going to want to join underneath the consultant. So I just figured this out this last week because I was asking Chuck and saying, okay, when should they join? He's, now, but he said, yeah, they're going to want to join you because when TikTok Shop, that is so hard to say, TikTok Shop. when it launches, then they will make a higher commission by being a consultant and selling through TikTok Shop. Okay.
Yeah, like for for instance, like one product that always sells on my TikTok shop is these eyeshadows. Okay, I've sold like I don't know, I don't even know how much, enough to get $700 worth of money from them on TikTok shop. Okay, and all I get is the eyeshadows are like $12. I get $1.30 every time I sell one. Like it's not much of a percentage, guys. So like the benefit of them being a consultant is way higher. And that's what they need to understand.
Yes, yeah. And I don't even know the percentage, but like you said, it's very low. But through being a consultant, isn't it like 20%? Isn't it like 20% or something? It's pretty high. They told us it's almost
Yeah.
full amount. So yeah, they're going to want to be,
Yeah.
so if you're confused on that, if you have someone that's an influencer that's wanting to join, have them join underneath you first. Then they need to go
Yeah.
join Discord, which I learned all about Discord. So if you
Yeah.
don't know about Discord, it's pretty much like a chat room for all the Scentsy consultants that are going to sell on TikTok Shop. A lot of direct
Yeah.
sales companies, and you can probably explain better than I can, Emily, but a lot of direct sales company, they're known when they're on TikTok Shop, or a lot of companies that are on TikTok Shop have their own Discord. And it's like their way to communicate.
Yeah.
If there's a service down on TikTok Shop with that's affiliated with Scentsy, they're going to go to Discord and put it there. If there's communication
Yeah.
that Scentsy needs to get just to those who sell on TikTok Shop, it's going to be Discord. So think of it as like your chat room, your communication channel between TikTok Scentsy users. That's where it's going to be. So hopefully that kind of clears that up. So if you do
Yeah.
get an influencer to join you, they will then have to register underneath the Scentsy Discord because that's the only place they're going to get their information from Scentsy as far as TikTok things going on. And then once they do that, then they'll get approved to Scentsy to sell on TikTok Shop. So is that a good way to describe it?
Yeah. Yes, yes, and I do want to. I know I saw in the chat, Kelsey's so funny. So yes, a niche. I saw somebody say about a niche. A niche is a thing. So a niche is like who you are. Like what are your favorite things? Like if people come to my page, they know that I am Scentsy, I am plants, I am coffee, and I am a crazy mom, and I cuss. And so people know that, and people know that about my Facebook too, right? Like it goes hand in hand. So a niche is very important, and I know it might take you a second to figure out what the heck your niche is, and you're not going to know it right away, and that's okay. So don't feel like, because I didn't know what my niche was for like the first 7 months. Okay. So I was just making funny content. So don't feel lost. It's okay. And another thing that is very true about TikTok too, if you start going down the rabbit hole of people that will help you with TikTok, they will tell you that obviously like interacting is important. Yes, it's important. You'll see a thing called bottoms up, go from the bottom up. Yes, that's a thing, but you don't want to do it too much to where you look like a robot because then TikTok will go ahead and shadow ban you. It's a thing. Go look it up. Yes, and then nobody sees your stuff and you get low views. So yes, it is a thing, and it's happened several times to me. It's okay. Your account will eventually get out of it and you'll be okay. But you just got to ride the wave. And that's a thing too. Like TikTok's algorithm is so different from Facebook, but you just got to keep. We don't speak of shadow ban. Yes. Just keep on posting and keep on being you and showing up. And I can tell you, like, if you do decide as well to go the live route with TikTok, which is another rabbit hole, being consistent with going live is a thing on TikTok too. So if you're interested in that, we can talk about that too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you oh no, it went away. Oh, do you use hashtags to get on to like get to different people's algorithms on the FYP, or how are you doing that? How are you
So
trying to reach your people, or does TikTok just kind of figure that out eventually?
well, that's the funny thing. Hashtags, I know what's it called? Jacqueline sent me that question. I go back and forth about hashtags because when I first started TikTok, you could do as many hashtags as you want. Now you can only do five.
Mm.
So I'm curious about that. I wanted to talk to ChatGPT more about that because I will at least put like one or two or three hashtags on mine. I never use FYP, y'all. It doesn't do anything for you. Just stop trying it. But like use hashtags that actually are relevant to the video. And I try to do a couple. Do I actually know if it helps push it out? No, I really don't. And that's another thing, actually, you made me think of this about pushing your videos out. Yes, there's a promote button on TikTok. Yes, you can pay to get more views on your TikToks if you want to. I don't recommend it. But I have only done it one time and it's like, woohoo, you pay like X amount of money and you get really cool review, people come to see your stuff, but it's not authentic. And you want to be authentic about getting your viewers. And I know another thing is you'll see like follow rooms. That's another thing on how to get more followers. Follow rooms are really great. And you'll see people on the screen that be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna pin your comment, get this person, add her as a friend. She's trying to grow to 1,000, and they'll try to hype everybody up. But authentically, that's really not getting people that want to watch you. Dirty deleters. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Laura knows what we're talking. Laura, if you want to come on here and talk, you're more than welcome. I don't know everything. I just know a couple things. But yeah, just grow rooms are good to an extent, but they're really not, because you're not going to get authentic people that actually want to care and watch your stuff. And that's who you want. Um, Trying to think what other questions you had on here. Hashtags.
You're talking about like your niches and your pillars. I'm sorry if I'm saying too many things.
No, you're
But
not.
but I was actually talking to the AI. I used Gemini, and I was having it help me with my social media plan. And I said, here's the things that I can talk about, that I know about, that I feel like I can give to the world. And it kind of helped me come like break it down into like what is my message like with those things. So if anybody's having a hard time, I do think you could look and say like,
There you
here's the things I
go.
can talk about. Help me come up with like a way that all blends
Yeah.
together.
And you can too. I have because there was a time like in when I was trying to grow my following where I was trying to figure out the algorithm with TikTok. So I would talk to chat and be like, okay, what's a good schedule where I can include my niche, but also Scentsy TikTok shop, and trying to balance it all together. And so they can chat will actually do a whole schedule for you too. Like, okay, post this video about this, and we'll do a whole schedule for you to help you even with posting. Because I know Kelsey had said, like, I don't even know what to post. You should talk to Chad about TikTok and like a schedule, and it will fully do it for you. And it's kind of cool. So I've gone that route for sure. Oh, Jacqueline, you asked about what app I use to edit. So it's so funny. I seriously only use TikTok. I do all of my editing, everything in the TikTok app itself. I have used CapCut. They have some pretty cool like things on there. Like if you see, sometimes there'll be like a viral thing going around on TikTok where people are using like the Spider-Man one. I don't know if you guys seen the Spider-Man one. It's like a CapCut thing, which is a app where you can like make cool digital things for TikTok. So it's pretty
Like me
cool.
dancing with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you can be dancing with Michael Jackson. I love her. Oh my gosh, where'd you pick her up? Yes, that is so right. I love that. Yeah, CapCut's pretty cool. So, but mostly I do everything. So I will upload it. I will make it and create it in TikTok. I will post it. It saves to my device, and then I will post it on Facebook. And when you post it on Facebook, then share it to your story. And that way, people can go to the actual reel that you post on Facebook from your stories. So it helps with your views. So that's a little tip there. Trying to think what else. What other questions do you guys have? It can be anything. I'll try and answer anything you got.
Hey, Emily, I had a question.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this, maybe throwing it out there to Jacqueline or whoever can give guidance as well. I know we're not to alter any of the imagery that is of um, one of our licensed products, but Scensy's official account actually took some of the Disney stuff and did like the zoom in and out features on it, and was talking about the Halloween and the Minnie Mouse. So is it one of those things like if they did it, we can do it, or should we still just steer clear of doing that?
Great question. Um, I haven't really looked into that or researched or really even thought about it too much. Has anyone, Amy, have you or anything? Have you?
Well, remember whenever they said like you could post like words on a story if you have like the official image, and then you could say like coming soon, and you could play music as long as it wasn't like covering it. I think if they were showing the official picture, is that what you're saying? And then they were zooming in on it, I kind of think that's okay.
Yeah, it was like they were zoomed in all the way onto the Jack Skellington warmer, and then they zoomed out to show the whole image of the picture that was on the back office. And
Mhm.
then they switched to another slide and showed the whole image of the Minnie Mouse witch, and then zoomed all the way in on her and then zoomed all the way out. So it was altering the image in the essence of like if you stopped it at that point, you weren't seeing that it was officially licensed with the Disney logo on the bottom and everything like that.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like a gray area. That's a good question for compliance, is what I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I can reach out to compliance and ask them too, but wouldn't want to tell you anything right now because it'd probably be wrong. And then you'd be like, remember what Jacqueline? You wouldn't do that, James, but someone would.
Right.
Jacqueline's different mindset.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the share button. So when it comes to that, I just shared it. I didn't like download it and edit it or anything like that. I just shared it.
Yeah,
So it's not coming from me, it's coming from them, but I promoted it.
yeah. If Scentsy puts it on their channel, we can share any of those things, obviously.
Heck yeah.
So
Yep.
I would just be really leery about creating my own with licensed products just because I think that you
Mhm.
easily, especially if it's a video that goes viral and then you got Disney coming after you because you're not, doing it by the approved methods or something. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I'll try to find out some more information on that, James. That's a really, really great question.
Hey,
Thank you.
Jack.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, along with the licensed products, like as long as we have them in our hands, we can make our own videos, correct?
Repeat that one more time. As long as we,
As long as we have them in our hands, then we can make our own videos with them, like our own pictures, our own, because it's ours, it's in our hands, it's in our environment.
I think there's still a gray area there because you're still marketing it and they don't want people, you know, I don't know. Do you guys know? I just,
I did a video, sorry, I'm just interrupting.
go for
Do
it.
I did a video of just doing the products at SFR, and that's it. Like I didn't touch it any more than that. I see what some people are doing, and my compliance gut goes, ooh, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but I just left it as is. I've got I think I'm over 28,000 views on the one with Jet Skellington, and I've had sales from it and a recruit. So but it was just that. It wasn't anything fancy, wasn't anything I altered or did anything with, but it was just, I just went like this with my camera on the display, and that was it.
And
So
Patty's I feel like compliance probably better than anyone I know. So as far as in your hands holding it, that kind of stuff we can do. It's just what we share as far as flyers and adding text and things like that.
yeah, I mean, honestly, between the AI crappy images, ugh, and then those, like when I was on TikTok, I kept seeing people like it wasn't with the like little stars around it and the hearts around it. And I'm like, yeah, my spidey senses are saying no, because you're cheapening
Yeah.
the image. So I always kind of go from that point of view of, is it crisp? Is it clean? Is the lighting good? And have I not put crap all over the product?
Well, that was addressed in the director page just this week,
Oh, what did
that
they?
we could use AI for everything except licensing.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are people that, yes. And then there's like, oh, we don't have, like half the shit in their AI pictures we don't have.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah,
and I
I
went
know
to
what
go
you're
search
saying.
for something because every once in a while I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's a picture of this warmer somewhere that somebody has. And I went to Facebook and I did a search. I would say 99.9% of the things that came up were all AI flyers.
Yeah.
And I just got sad. I was like, oh, okay.
Creativity's gone.
Yeah.
Amy said you can do real life videos just like Patty said. She said, but you can't combine, like you can't do Disney and Harry Potter at the same, like multiple brains together. So if you're gonna do one, just do all Harry Potter. If you're gonna
Yeah.
do Mickey Mouse, all Mickey Mouse type thing. I didn't know they did there. So Amy's big on compliance too. So I know Amy researches that too.
Love you, Amy.
Yes, yes. Patty loves you, Amy. Not warped or weird looking labels. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, one thing that kind of popped in my head because you started talking about licensing is on TikTok too. Like, start getting on there and think about the products that we carry and type that into the search bar. I think I've said that before on here. Like, use it as a Google almost and look for the Coca-Cola freaks, look for the Disney people, and start liking their content. Find someone that you really like and you're like, man, they would be really good at Scentsy, start and interacting with their content because it really is a thing. I have gotten recruits from Scentsy, and when I've gotten live, I've gotten sales. So like, it's there, guys. It's just it takes a little bit of work behind it to get there, but you can do it. So don't doubt yourself. And like I said, get somebody to do it with you. Like, that was the best thing I could have done at the beginning of my TikTok time, because we would help each other and say, hey, that was a good video, but like maybe do this next time, or hey, check this out. Another thing that you might find on TikTok is called the insight tools. That is a thing on TikTok too. It will help you figure out content. But that's another rabbit hole in TikTok world that you could go down. But it kind of helps you figure out what content to make and what's kind of popular right now. So take a look at the insight tools on TikTok. And once you start like getting more into the TikTok world, you'll see more of that stuff popping up and you'll figure it out, I promise. But reach out to people, ask the questions, and just be you and have fun with it. And if it is a chore and it's not your thing and it doesn't bring you joy, that's okay. Because just like Jacqueline, I don't do events. So I get it. There's things that we all work for. And yeah, insight tools is what I mentioned. Yes, there we go. Oh yeah, you know about it, James. Cool. It is fun. It is very fun. You will find so much stuff that you could make content on, and that will help you with the hashtags. If you go into insider tools on TikTok, like say somebody's looking for motivation. Like, a lot of people are searching motivation, right? That's something that actually is a true thing right now on Insight Tools. And so if you click on it on there, it'll say, okay, people are searching this. You can use this hashtags. Here's some example videos of like good viral videos that are going good with this hashtag. So it can be a really good tool for you to use too, if you want to get into that world of like creating more content on TikTok. So yeah, I hope that helps.
That helps a lot. And I don't know if Emily mentioned this, but on my TikTok too, I put ChatGPT. I'll put like, this is what my video is about, and it gives
Yes.
a catchy caption. You don't want your caption too big or too small, so it tells me what caption to use. I asked ChatGPT for what hashtags are viral right now, as far as that goes, and I just use. I don't know if they help or not,
Yep.
but I use them, and so I think
Yep.
there's some things to the hashtags that does capture people attention, but it also goes along with what's your content. Are you liking other people's stuff? Like, there's algorithms to all of it. You can't just use a hashtag with a video and expect it to go viral. You have to be liking other people, sharing other people's things, commenting on other people's things, because it all goes together. So you can't just do one lane. You kind of have to do a mix of it. And again, like Emily said, this may not be for you, and that's fine. This may be something that you're trying to add in, and you have an hour each day to make a couple videos and edit and post, and you think this is fun. I mean, my 15-year-old thinks this is so fun, and he the other day he was like, Mom, if you post one more cringy sounding video on TikTok. And I was like, what are you gonna do? You gonna edit it for me?
I love it. And it's just fun. And like, and when you pop up TikTok and it gives you like a song right away, sometimes I just go with that.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
don't even go searching. I'm just like, okay, TikTok. Yep. That looks good. We're going to do a TikTok to that. And I just think of something in my head.
yeah.
And that might not be your thing if you're not the creative type, and that's okay. I know Stephanie Sullivan, I know that her daughter helps her with making TikToks, grab your kids, grab your grandkids. I don't know, like, and help, and you guys can bond that way too, like why not? So, but have fun with it. Seriously, go check out go on mine and go check out the content that I post, stalk some people and figure out, what kind of way you want to go about this way with TikTok. And another thing, I love you guys and I'm all for creating a following, but, one thing is like, I know you guys are like following each other. The bad thing is if you guys do that, then you're only going to see other Scentsy consultants. So I love you guys for that. And I think it's an excellent idea to get the following up. However, you need to
For
get
more.
you need to get some real people on your TikTok, guys, not just Scentsy people. So keep that in mind when you're building your following. That's my last tip for you.
Well, one tip my 15-year-old told me, which I shared this with Kelsey, but he uses CapCut for a lot of his videos. He's so good at editing. Like he just did a video of my little brother Brad, and it's just bomb. Like if you go to, I shared it on my TikTok, but if you go to my Facebook page, I shared it last week, and he worked on it for about a week, and it is the coolest editing ever. But he told me if you're going to share stuff on TikTok, if you use like the Edits app or CapCut or things like that, when you put it on TikTok, pick one of the viral sounds that's going around right now, and then just turn the volume to that on TikTok all the way down, like barely there where you can't even hear it. You can't go all the way down and mute it because then it just won't take the audio off, but go down to where you can't hear it, and then turn your volume for whatever edit app you used up, because it's a whole algorithm with TikTok. So if you use outside sound, things like that, it won't hit the algorithm as hard. So like when I did my last video, I did it in the Edits app. I like the Edits app. Kelsey told me about it. It's super easy. You can literally go on there on the inspiration part of the Edits app and pick videos already made where there's sound, caption, all that set up. You just add your pictures. And so I will take that to TikTok. And then I will I act like I've done a lot. I've probably done 20, 25 videos. Not a lot, but I'm doing more now. But then I'll go to TikTok and I'll pick the sound for TikTok, which turn all the way almost down where you can't hear it, but it's there a little bit. But if you were to click on my video, you don't hear that other sound, but it's getting the TikTok sound to my video to help with the algorithm. So my 15.
Oh, I love that. Okay. I didn't know about that. Well, okay, another little thing that I'm still learning about TikTok, like I said, it's an animal and you will keep learning new things. But if you say like you put text on a screen, say you make a video, you put text on the screen, if you do hashtag like all the hashtags that are popular and you put it on a text in the screen and you make it really, really tiny so nobody can see it and you blend it in the background, it actually will help you boost it in the algorithm as well. So I want to do my research on that. So don't quote me on that, guys, but I think it is a thing. But like I said, TikTok is always changing. So just like Facebook, it's always changing.
Yeah. So
I have some questions.
Yes.
I have questions. When I'm on TikTok, I'm in the influencer part now with my showcase and everything. It's always wanting me to go live to grow my business. Live, live, live. They don't even act like they care about videos, but the videos is more what I do.
Yeah.
But they want 80 hours live a month. And I'm like, that's a part-time job.
Yeah, so when
And
I started going live, you can get a this is a whole, I don't want to confuse anybody, but you can basically, there is TikTok companies out there that will protect you for when you go live. And that way, but when you get under these companies that will help you go live and give you like insurance so that way you don't get bumped out of TikTok, it's a whole thing. But
are they
but
called
anyway,
promoters?
yes, okay,
Okay,
so
I've already been hit up by them too, and I was going to
well,
ask about
you
that
have to
next.
like, yeah, you have to do a certain amount of live hours. And I said the same thing. I was like, well, I guess I'm just not going to have a coverage for when I go live because I can't be required of 80 hours of going live. I can't do that. Like
Right.
it's a lot in a month, if you at least have to go live 2 hours a day, 3 days a week, and that's a full-time job. That's a part-time job, really. But
Yeah.
so it's a lot of work. And I will say, does it help get the following and does it help your business? It 100% will. But do you have the time for that? I personally don't. But if you
Yeah.
do in your life, guys, like go for it. I mean, go
Yeah.
live. My friend that had done this with me at the very beginning, I think she's in her 50s, maybe early 50s. And she works at the school and she goes live 3 days a week. She'll only go like for an hour, but she talks about the opportunity with Scentsy. That's all she does. She goes on there. She has the shooting star kit in front of her that you can get for free. She bought all the things for the shooting star kit. And she goes live and she just chit chats with people. She talks about the opportunity. She might have like a warmer or two in the background, but like she doesn't go on there for sales. She really goes on there to connect with people. So, and if that's something you want to do, go ahead and do that. Like you don't even have to sell Scentsy. You could go on there just to talk about the opportunity that people don't know about.
Okay, back to
So,
this promoter thing. So
yeah.
did you get one?
I did. I did get one, but I didn't do enough live hours.
Okay.
So
Because they've
I
asked,
just,
the guy has reached out to me, and I
yeah.
was like, because they're free, I don't really understand all of it.
They're free, and I'm in a Discord for the one that I'm in. And like they're just there to kind of facilitate. So if because when you get on TikTok, guys, and you start going live, TikTok can restrict your live from being on the FYP if you say certain things on TikTok live. You can't say, your link. You can't say bio. You can't like have a drink and not say it's not water. Like there's certain rules on TikTok. And so if you go against those rules, you could get restricted on your live and then potentially get kicked off of TikTok. And so those people help that from that not happening. But that's the only thing that I've seen a benefit for them. And they give you tips on TikTok. That's really all I've used them for.
It's like a lot of work.
It's another whole realm, and I don't want to confuse anybody.
Yeah.
Don't get into it, guys. Like
y'all just start, if you want to get TikTok big, just start videos and content like that, and
just worry about doing the content. We're worried about Scentsy right now and all of that. But
because I had a friend that she got really big on TikTok, but she was doing battles and lives, and I'm like, I don't understand all that. I just want to make my little videos and post them.
Yeah, I don't do all that. I'll do the videos. I'll make the stuff. And then I want to get back to going live on TikTok. I just don't have time right now, but definitely check it out. Don't let it intimidate you guys. And like I said, if you have questions, reach out. I might take 24 hours to get back to you, but I will get back to you.
I have a weird and unique question, of course.
Yeah, of course. I expect nothing less.
Because nothing can be straightforward with somebody that moves countries. So, and this is my question now after you hearing about the whatever the hell those weirdos are called, the men in black. So I got everything up. I filled out all the paperwork. I did everything. They're telling me what screen I'm supposed to see. And I'm like, I don't see that screen. I don't see that screen. And I went through every single thing in TikTok that I could click on. And I found other things. And I was like, oh. And because I joined TikTok in New Zealand, that's a problem. But then it said you have to be in your new country and have been on TikTok for at least 60 days. Well, it's been 3.5 years. So yes, okay. Now what? And so it won't let me switch countries because now it says that, we can't transfer to some countries yet. And I'm like, it's fucking America. Like,
so you have to create a whole new account.
So I don't know, but what you just talked about made me go, So I have messaged Gary Engel to see if he can help in any way. But then in the Discord app, I messaged directly the Scentsy TikTok people. I clicked on them and sent them a private message explaining the situation and is there anything I can do? Now, that just prevents me from the TikTok shop. That doesn't prevent me from still using and getting sales and getting team members and all that kind of stuff. So I get that.
As long as you can still go live on it. The only thing is though, if it messes with the TikTok shop, you might not be able to do Scentsy TikTok shop. Right. That's what I'm thinking.
That's my thought process because I'm like, do I want to start over again?
What's your following?
I mean, I'm up to 1,300, so it's not huge or anything.
But still, yeah.
And I'm just like, and now I have several people that I'm in contact with because I am talking to them about joining and I have sent them packets and I'm working it in the back part, in the messaging part more than anything. So I'm like, son of a biscuit.
I was
So
just
Well,
wondering what
I
you're
have a
saying.
backup account. So I have two accounts just in case anything happens to one. I like to have another one established. So I know you can create two accounts. So maybe, and
will
what's
it
cool, go
will it
ahead.
will it actually, because my account, my normal account is New Zealand, will, if I try to make another one, will it say New Zealand or will it say America?
Let's try that account.
Yeah, you'll have to try that and let me know. Message me. I'm curious.
I'm just like, son of a.
Because like on my TikTok with my backup account, like I can switch back and forth between two accounts
Right.
whenever I want.
It's like Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but will it still say I'm in New Zealand, even though I'm not?
No, you just got to
Like,
try, Patty. Just got to try it.
Everything has my phone number, it has my website, like everything's in there. And
Yeah.
it's been in there for way longer than 60 days. So, but I'm just like, oh, son of a
Ask
whole.
ChatGPT. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask ChatGPT for everything. Like, if I create an account, can I make it you? I mean, literally, I mean, it helped me get
Listen,
20 hours of taxes done in 2 hours today. So.
I'm kind of impressed with that, and I won't lie. I'm going to tell my husband about that because we are big on our Scentsy taxes. We take them serious.
Yeah.
So, I might have to try that. I did use Chat GPT today because I was trying to find an email to get my son registered with his IEP at this new school here, and I couldn't find this lady's email. I went on chat and I was like, "This is the lady's name. Please find her email."
Yeah.
Found it, and I emailed her and got in contact.
I every day I'm like, okay, well, how can I make life simpler? Because you're like me, I'm so busy, and it's like
I know we're super alike in schedule, I think.
and I'm like trying to keep my head above water. So if anything to make my life a little bit easier, and so it organizes all my things. It's fantastic. I was doing some team recognition today, and it like spit it out in half the time it ever used to take me, and it's just like I don't know. I think it can be used for good. Like Amy said earlier, you don't want to use it necessarily for everything because AI does have a special look to it. So if you use it for everything, it has a kind of look, doesn't look original. But I think there's a lot of benefits to it to make our lives easier with our businesses, with our taxes, all that kind of stuff. TikTok. I mean, I don't even have to think of captions. I just say caption this. Give me hashtags. And so I do think it's a big lifesaver if you use it for the right purposes. But I would be like Patty, and I would be, okay, Joe, how does this work? I need to do this. Who do I email? All the things. And I mean, yours probably isn't called Joe, but whatever you named yours, it helps my posts, texts, and emails. Rachel said,
we had this conversation with somebody the other day, with Kelly Grant, because she has names and genders for whoever she talks to, which AI she talks to. And I'm like, I have not assigned names to any of them because I can't decide what gender they are. And so
ask her what name they want to be called.
I did. Yeah, you need to ask her.
I did. And it said it wouldn't, whatever you want, it said.
I love that. It is crazy though. Like I feel like, and I know we probably need to end it because we're at
and I want a man telling me what to do for sure. But I also like a know-it-all man, but I also don't want a know-it-all woman either. So I'm like, oh.
Laura said hers has a unisex name. But it is crazy because it has so much information. So like for example, and I'll talk real quick because I know we need to get off here. So we're going over for sure. But like, as far as like my mother-in-law, she's really bad FTD, which is frontal temporal dementia. And so I've asked about medications and things like that, and like support groups and things like that. And then I was asking about something else today, and it was like, oh, is this your mother-in-law that has FTD? I would recommend this, this, and this. And it's just crazy how I was like, oh my gosh, I hadn't thought about that, And so it is really cool if you really get synced with it, how it's kind of a memory bank too. I was asking about creatine gummies for my kid, and he's like, oh, are you talking about Jackson or Lincoln? I was like, Jackson. Oh, he's perfect because you say he's 15 and blah, 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 blah. And I wouldn't give it to the 12-year-old and, all the different things. But I'm like, oh my gosh, Joe knows my kids, which is kind of scary, but it also makes life simpler because I'm not over there Googling and weight and this and that. And, it is what it is, but.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
I just wanted to chime in real quick and circle back onto one more thing. I know we're running over time, but I think this is going to be really beneficial. Laura and I were just chatting on the side, and we were talking about the ability to sell other things on TikTok Shop. Mm-hmm. And you got to think about this realistically. 100% we can sell other things on TikTok Shop. Scentsy wants us to be recruiting TikTok sellers to become Scentsy consultants. They can't expect them to give up their livelihood to become a Scentsy consultant. So they wouldn't set that expectation out there if they didn't expect them to also be selling other things on TikTok Shop. So
That's a great point, James.
yeah.
Great point. And as you keep that in mind as you recruit a lot of these influencers that you recruit, you don't want to use words like full-time gig, or you can do, like, no, like add this to the other three things you promote or the other companies you're a part of. Add Cincy in there. So that's a great point, James. I'm glad that you pointed that out.
Yeah,
And if
that's a
anybody
really good
wants to
point.
know how to shop on TikTok, I'm your gal because I get a package to 1 to 3 every day.
Oh my gosh, stop it, Belinda. That's why they're like, be a promoter. You buy stuff every day.
Oh, and by the way, chat will also help you with your taxes when it comes to TikTok Shop, because that's how we did our taxes last year with all the TikTok Talk samples. You have to record that stuff for, taxes. Chat's good for that too.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right. I know it's 8:51. We went over, but Emily, you are phenomenal. I didn't realize you guys were in a hotel. Where are you at? Because it's so quiet. Are you like in the lobby or something?
No,
Right
my kids are in bed. We're strict on bedtime.
Good.
We're 7:30. That's it. Y'all go to bed. Okay, it's school. So so no, they are all in bed, but we are in an apartment. Yes, three
Apartment. I said
bedrooms,
hotel,
three
but I meant
baths.
apartment. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll be praying for you because that's going back to an apartment, I'm sure is a little bit rough, but I'm sure
You
good
can't just say go outside and play,
yeah, I'm sure good videos are to come and probably already coming from this experience. But thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. I seriously thank you so much. Thank you, Patty and James and Delinda and everyone that chimed in, and Laura and all of you guys that chimed in. I will get this uploaded tonight. We could talk about TikTok for a long time, and I think we will
Oh yeah.
continue to talk about it. Especially next month after it launches, we'll probably have a whole mindset of it. We can screen share maybe, or just do.
I was gonna say we can do some like helping you guys edit videos like in TikTok, knowing all the buttons and stuff like that. I don't mind doing that because people always will ask like, how do you do transitions? It's super freaking easy, guys. It's not hard. So yeah, we can definitely do that.
Okay. We probably if we do that, we probably just won't record because of all the personal information. Like TikTok sometimes is weird about that on YouTube, but that would be a great live, is showing you how to edit videos and stuff. That
Yeah.
would be really cool training. So.
Yeah.
All right, Emily, you're the bomb.com. Go enjoy your husband while your kids are asleep, and turn on some trash reality TV or whatever you watch at night. Dateline, I don't know. But thank you for coming on tonight. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please,
Thank you guys.
yes, thank you. Join us next Monday. Wait, is next Monday the
Next Monday is the last
Sure.
Monday of the month. And then after that, it's Labor Day. And we had not discussed, are we having a call Labor Day?
We haven't decided. Maybe we'll do a poll, see if you guys want one on Labor Day or not, and maybe go from there.
Okay.
So awesome. Well, thank you guys. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you in the next couple weeks.
Okay. Night, guys.
And bye, Emily.
Bye.